Good day, everyone. Thank you for tuning in today and welcome to the today's session. Would you like to know what are the two most important things that you should value in terms of personal development? And that's what we're going to talk about today. There are two important things in terms of value which you need to value. The first thing is value your body. The second thing is value your time. Now, this is the most critical. It may sound as simple as just the time and body, but that's what all the makes a difference when you have a consistent follow-ups on everything you do in terms of these two things, and that's how we'll give you the greater and the better results for the future ahead. Now let's dive into it without further ado. Now, what you value. Say, what is a body and what is the time has to do with your development. Now, all of us agree. Let's take a first example of a body. You need to value your body. Now, imagine this is one of the greatest gifts you received ever to function in this body. A body is nothing but an expression of whatever the things that you wanted to do through this body. This is a channel that you can name it. When you get into the later stages of how this body really works, you will come to know to the bigger understanding. But let's try to understand the basics of the body. Now, we all know that we go through 4 stages. One is the birth, second is adult, third is say mid ages, and then slowly you see yourself in a fourth dimension slowing down. So this is how always the curve goes up and then down. So that's your birth and that's your death. Now what you do in between matters the most. Now with so much of things what we have in terms of whatever the food habits what we develop, in terms of whatever the unhealthy habits we develop over a period of time, either give us a good results or marginally okay results or the bad results in terms of your health. Now it all starts with a good discipline of what you're eating. You are what you eat. Many people said it and then we keep listening it, but we don't follow it. Like for example, there was a book I was reading which I will be coming back some other time with all the good points which I picked up and a slight edge. I mean, eating one burger will not kill you, but eating those burgers, 10,000 burgers over a period of time will kill you. What does it say? But if someone said that, okay, if you eat the burger, you're going to die, I'm sure we will not touch it. Same thing. If someone said that this is a smoking, if you start smoking the first cigarette, you're going to die. I don't think people will get into this level of cancer and so on and so forth with so many diseases we come across over a period of time. But this over a period of time, one, that's all it takes for end to accumulate of all the, and everybody knows smoking kills. Everybody knows, any red meat gives you a lot of, there are many reasons, scientists are identifying that red meat gives you a lot of cancerous causes. And just to start off the cheeseburgers, to start off, I mean, I'm not saying the cheeseburger, there are many more of such fatty foods that we should avoid because that directly affecting the heart. Now, third important thing, same thing with alcohol. In the last videos, I clearly mentioned in detail, so I don't want to get much into the detail. So if you understand this cycle and how you keep your body healthy way, understanding what it affects, you're going to give you a good and better results. Understanding what not to do, and what to do and what are the things that you can do. Simple habits like getting up early in the morning, spend some time in silence, just taking a walk 10 to 15 minutes a day, or doing some small exercises at home at your convenience, but then 10 minutes a day. You know, these are the things can give you greater results. Same way that one day you're going to walk for 10 minutes, not going to give you the results. But 10 minutes a day, if you're going to do for 10 years, going to give you greatest fitness of your body, which you couldn't imagine, and which in the process you're going to figure that out. So we tend to expect the results. We go to the gym, we want to see ourselves developing less than a month. A month is too long, I would say. So everything and each and everything what we want is the fastest and the quick reliefs, be it in your food habits, be it in your healthy habits. So you need to respect your body because this is the medium of expression you might have to express in whatever you do. Because if you imagine whatever the things that you wanted to do and you're dead, you don't have a way to express yourself. I mean, this is the only way you can express yourself to the world. This is the body, this is the channel. So you need to respect, you need to value this wonderful body, amazing body, what was given to you from the time of birth till. I'm not saying that we're going to be here forever. But again, we can do the best and keeping ourselves in a best of the shape, best of the healthy habits, best of everything so that we can express more. Maybe if you avoid all this thing, maybe you probably can live a couple of years longer and then you could contribute more to the world than suffering yourself and giving a suffering to your body and then degrading yourself. Because first of all, when your body is not clear, you're not going to do any other works because you're only going to upkeep your body, whatever the problems, whatever the troubles you have, and you're going to be more focusing on that. Oh, I had this pain, I had that pain, I need to go to the hospital. So what are you living for? In a bigger terms, when you are healthy, you're going to focus in a different aspect of life altogether, which can bring you more joy, more accomplishment, and each and everything you do. So valuing your body and the things what you should do and what you should not do, and a simple aspect is something, the simple practice that you should put across for you to see a progressively marginal returns over a period of time in terms of your body. Now, valuing your time is the second point. That all of us know time is the only valuable commodity available to all of us. It doesn't matter rich, poor, old, small, big, old, young, everyone was given or will be given or given all the time 24 hours a day. The time you wake up, the time you go to sleep. By the way, there is only one thing a person living in a present moment makes all the difference. But there is only one thing which a human being or which all of us live in present only by breathing. There is only one thing that you cannot think. You cannot breathe for the past, you cannot breathe for the future. You can only breathe for present, and that's the only most critical important thing that our mind does without our intentions. That is nothing but a meditation. If you just focus yourself on your breath, that is the only way that you're presently living it. It's a so wonderful thing that you cannot breathe for the past and you cannot breathe for the future. You can just only breathe at the present, and that's the only way. When you observe that present moment, it takes time, but when you observe a present moment, and that's what you're doing more of what you can do in this present breathing time. Now, that's probably it's a little bit philosophical, but then let's try to understand the time and its importance. Same way that the book which in a slight edge, which also gives you a lot of inputs on how You have to do the simple steps in terms of a health, in terms of a wealth creation, each and everything. But how to utilize this valuable time of 24 hours, which is given it to you, and living in a present moment. Education, for example. You need to educate yourself, understanding this time philosophy. 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, other than the regular education, educating yourself, living in a present. And this is all what you got. This is the only hour you have. This is the only minute you have. This is the only, 24 hours you have, at least, what you can see and what you can sense. So talk to a person, someone you love, say hello to the strangers, do the best you can do while you're focusing each and every second, every minute. And it's very strange, when you love doing something, you don't find time just passes. At the same time, when you're bored of something, even 10 minutes looks like as it's 10 hours for you. So it's all coming to, again, controlling to the body, etc. But then time, everyone is given 24 hours. And if you divide these 24 hours, you can do, say everyone suggests 8 hours is a good sleep you must have, 7 to 8 hours. So say, for example, our body to function optimal, and you need to figure it out based on what is your body telling you. So basically, some people are okay with 7 hours, some are okay 6 hours, but I think you should go anywhere between 7 to 8 hours. For me, that gives me a good energy for the next day to perform myself in a better and optimal way. Now, luckily, with the certain times, if you don't have to travel, and imagine how much time you're saving. Now, pretty much anywhere we work, we spend 8 hours. And what are you doing those 8 hours makes all the difference. I know you cannot do all 100 things, but maybe dedicate 1 hour for your health. I mean, when I say 1 hour for the health, like 15 minutes of walking, 50 minutes of, just, looking at the nature or wherever the opportunity presents, like 10 minutes just doing whatever the simple habits which you can keep your body in active shape. So 1 hour for that. And you can do 1 hour for purely reading and understanding in a field where you are working at it, so that gives you an extra edge on in your field itself, and then moving further. Spending a dedicated time with a family. We are all staying with the family, but then do we really pay attention and live the present moment? Spending time with your kids, spending time with your wife, spending time with your mother, father, so on and so forth. Are you really, really paying attention without, taking the gadgets in your hand? It's something that you need to ask yourself. And so on and so forth, whichever the interest. But you define your times. You see, most of the time you spend either sleep or by working. But this 8 hours, how you use, is what makes you all the difference. Given a time of, say, a couple of years from now, that 1 hour adds up to a maximum. Everyone talks about it, but then, as we say, these two things will not give you immediate returns. It will give you the returns when you do consistently without skipping. No off, no Saturday, no Sunday, no Monday. Every day, 365 days into 10 years. Every day, 365 days into 5 years. And each and every aspect, if you focus, I'm telling you, the results will show up in whichever the area you're focusing on. But most important thing is, if you don't value your body, if you don't value your time, you're just going to go with the flow, however the day takes you, and there is nothing much you can see for your future. Stay well, stay blessed. I hope that helps you for you to value your time and put your work on your body and work on the most important asset we have by living present moment and using the 24 hours. What is the best that you could do? And always remember, there is only one thing that you observe living in a present moment is your breath. You cannot take your breath for the past, and you cannot take your breath for the future. This is the only one thing that lives in present. When you observe that present moment, and when you focus on doing things in a present moment, leaving the past and future ahead, things will do things will get better in a bright limelight for your future ahead. Stay well, stay blessed, be good, do good, influence people around you. If you like this content, do like and subscribe this channel for me to bring more of it, for you to get better in what you do. And stay well, stay blessed. See you in the next video. Thanks so much.